You're watching Wood TV 8, the 2017 Art Band Santa Parade, presented by the Grand Rapids JCs. Live from downtown Grand Rapids, here are Rachel Ruiz, Terry DeBoer, and Jordan Carson.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Art Band Santa Parade. It is a gorgeous morning in downtown Grand Rapids.
Yeah, that's right. We're so excited to be here. This has really become a part of the holiday tradition for us, and so we are happy that you are joining us. You know, this parade definitely has a whole lot of history. Can you believe it was started all the way back in the late 1800s, of course, as a way to bring people to downtown Grand Rapids to kick off the holiday shopping
And that
season.
they will be doing in the weeks to come. So excited.
That's for
You know,
sure.
we talk about this always happening right before Thanksgiving, and it is a tradition. And I know that is the jumping off point because we know all important week of Thanksgiving is coming up. And then, of course, Black Friday, and really starting that home stretch and that countdown to the holiday season and a brand new year.
Yeah, it is a whirlwind, certainly. This event, of course, put together by the Grand Rapids JCs, hard at work. They spent almost an entire year planning this great event, and of course, it gets bigger and better every single year.
Oh yes, and this year we've got great balloons, plus a lot of bands and musical acts and some special guests. Of course, this year's parade Marshal, Miss Michigan, Heather Kendrick. And isn't she gorgeous?
She is beautiful, and we are so excited that she is here with us today.
Yes.
It's a little on the gloomy side, but at least the weather is cooperating. We've got Jordan Carson, first-hand account of what's going on out there. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning, Rachel and Terry. I'm sitting downtown with a great group of very good little girls and boys who are super excited to see the big guy, of course, Santa Claus. All right, Mom, who do we have here?
Alyssa.
Alyssa, hi. Hi, what did you ask for Christmas this year? A princess puppy? Okay, I heard that she's been a very good little girl. Mom, who do we have here?
This is Brenda.
Brenda, and I heard you ask for something very cool. What are you asking Santa for?
What are you asking Santa for? Say a kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
A
Kitty cat. All right, what's your name?
My name's Mario.
Mario. What are you asking the big guy for?
I want Jordans.
Oh, some shoes. All right. How about you? What are you asking today?
PS4, and my name is Traylon.
Traylon. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Mom, I know that you've been to the parade before. What's the best part of being downtown?
Seeing all the kids happy and excited and smiling. It's a lot of fun. We like coming down.
You like it? I think everyone loves being down here. Of course, the parade has started, and we're going to talk to these kids a little bit later and find out exactly what they want and some of these other kids for being good girls and boys this year. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jordan. Of course, we're seeing Grand Rapids' finest there. Fire truck going down Monroe Avenue. Iconic stretch right there with the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel as the backdrop. Lots of gorgeous buildings, lots of families out because we have a dry morning. Of course, this parade's going to go till 10:30, 10:15. So if you're still at home and you have the inkling to get down here and join us, please do. Of course, a minute ago, you saw the Grand Rapids Police Honor Guard, established in 1970. 25 total officers assigned to the unit, which is a secondary assignment. Of course, the Honor Guard is frequently used for various details, including color guards for parades like this. Great showing out there and lots of fun.
And of course, Brands is honoring fallen heroes. It's a massive show of support. A tribute to the fallen local heroes, honor of our local law enforcement, community and military all together. And what an amazing way, really, to recognize the sacrifice, the service, the men, the women who serve our community, state, and country. The mission, of course, is to bring the community together to show the families of these local fallen heroes that they will never be forgotten. You know, Rachel, it just brings me chills, especially this time of the year, to think of these men and women who've made the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, we just celebrated Veterans Day and honored that, and the ultimate sacrifice of so many families, and not just those who have served, but those back at home in West Michigan supporting those loved ones.
Yeah.
Of course, Santa Parade's presenting sponsor, Art Band Furniture. Well, they have a brand new entry in this year's parade, and it's one that you actually cannot miss.
You know, you look at the faces and you think it just makes it so real. All of those who lost their lives, many of these, of course, news stories that have grabbed headlines, and now we know that their memory will endure forever. And thanks to Brands for supporting and honoring these local heroes.
Yeah, something
local
special
fallen
they
heroes.
wanted to do this year to really just pay tribute to those in our community who've sacrificed so much. And so what a great way to honor, what a great crowd out there today. As you see, lots of people in this parade. We've been doing this for many, many years, Terry. Has really grown and become the signature holiday kickoff in downtown Grand Rapids. It's wonderful to see so many people embracing this and out. There's a lot of fun activities. Of course, we are here at the Media Arts Center, the Grand Rapids Art Museum. It's in the background of what we're seeing right now because we see Rosa Parks Circle behind these folks. The Graham itself celebrating 10 years and doing a lot of events here to really celebrate the presence of being here for a decade now.
Right, and downtown, just the how it's been revitalized over the last couple of decades. Rachel, I know that for a long time, early in your adulthood, you lived downtown and had a bird's eye view to watch
down the street from here.
The city really transform itself. And here we are, the Grand Marshal of the parade with the presenting sponsor. Of course, we're talking about Art Van. We love Art Van, and we love Miss Michigan, Heather Kendrick.
Awesome. Gorgeous gal and a great role model for a lot of young people in our community and a lot of adults as well.
Yeah, and we know she's really just kicking off her reign because she is traveling the state and really a great ambassador to the state of Michigan.
We were able to talk with her on 8 West and really talk about her goals and her platform for this year to come, and it's exciting to have such a big woman representing us in the national pageant that's coming up. And of course, we're seeing that banner, Art Van. They have just kicked off their Winter Wonderland celebration at their 28th Street store in Grand Rapids. And of course, they have a great entry this year, a brand new one floating 14 feet tall. Meet Waddles, the penguin. No one really knows how penguins became connected to Christmas, but I guess penguins and Santa Claus, well, they both live in the Arctic, and so they like the cold weather. Great for here. And this is the 8th year that Art Van Furniture has sponsored the Santa Parade. Art Van loves the holidays and invites everyone to visit Art Van Wonderland on 28th Street. Of course, coming out, celebrating. Of course, Santa Claus will be on hand every weekend from Black Friday until Christmas. A great opportunity to really skip the long lines in other places, get a photo with Santa, and stay nice and toasty warm.
Yeah, it is nice, and you know, you see the faces of the kids. This really is a time of excitement and energy in so many families, and I really love it that Art Van has made it a point to really create that Christmas opportunity so families can come, bring their kids to Art Van Home Furnishings on 28th Street, get their picture in the Winter Wonderland, and of course get their picture with Santa. And hey, we're going to check in now with Jordan Carson along the parade route.
Hi, ladies. I found some other great kids out here who have been wonderful girls and boys throughout the year. Hi, what's your name, sweetheart?
Brielle?
Brielle? You know that Santa Claus is here today? Yeah, she says, What are you going to ask Santa for?
A bike.
A bike? That's amazing. And you've been a good girl? I've heard you've been a very good girl. Okay, what is your name, sweetheart?
Joel.
Joel? All right, and what are you going to ask Santa for?
BB gun.
A BB gun? That's awesome. How about you?
I'm Emmett, and I want an airsoft gun.
Oh, wow. All right, well, you'll get a chance to talk to the big guy today because he is here in Grand Rapids. Pretty cool? Yeah, all right. Let's talk to some of the parents because I know this is one of the biggest days of the year for parents. Hi. Oh, we have a couple camera shy people. Hi, what's your name?
Mike.
Mike, and you've got a little one here. What's her
This
name?
is my daughter Maya. Say hi, Maya.
Hi, Maya. So what is the great part about being downtown? There is a huge sense of community, and you can tell Maya is really excited. She's been running around here. What's the best part for you?
I guess for me it's just to watch her. It's her first parade, so first time to see her interact and see the band and the balloons and everything, so it's kind of fun.
All right, well, we're hearing some great music, so I'm hoping to see you and Maya dance a little.
Oh yeah, she'll be dancing. We'll see if I get out there.
All right, Maya, let's dance. All right, ladies, we're heading back to you in the studio.
And you know, part of what makes these parades so exciting are the marching bands.
Of course, and we have Benton Harbor High School, the Tiger Marching Band. Of course, their goal is to provide a quality education through shared responsibility and a safe and supportive environment for students to meet the challenges of a global society. They're committed to excellence, and of course, you'll just love what they're wearing and the big smiles on their faces. Of course, they are a main gateway for improved education and communication every day of the year. Let's listen in.
they sound fantastic, and we should let everybody know that for the marching bands, of course, this is a great way to showcase all the talent and how hard they've been working. But the marching bands are actually competing today for a really big prize. The Lake Michigan Credit Union is presenting the Outstanding Band Award. How about that? And there is a nice big payoff that comes along with this.
What is it, Terry?
It is a $1,000 grand prize. I know,
Very nice.
so
And did you
exciting.
know that Benton Harbor won the grand prize last year?
Wow,
yeah,
how about
2016, and then in 2015 it was Tri-County High Schools, and so of course there is a deeper goal here than just entertaining the crowd, but of course getting that nice grand prize, of course, to really benefit the school.
Yeah,
We
it
just love
certainly
to see
it goes a long way in helping for the uniforms and the instruments, and of course the travel expenses for this band, particularly to travel to Grand Rapids from Benton Harbor. And of course this is determined by not a popular vote. There's an expert at work here. It's by a band educator. So we are talking about somebody who really knows exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, it's so wonderful to see how this parade has grown. More bands than ever before, and then of course great entries that are in balloons. Thankfully, we have a pretty good day, actually a good morning, I should say,
Yes.
because I know later in today it's going to be a little bit windier. And we have the Michigan JC's president here. It is Peter Berman from Comstock Park.
Isn't
Great
that
to see
exciting?
him representing the whole state.
Yeah,
from here.
nice to have a local JC. You know, I was a JC years ago.
That doesn't surprise
I've
me,
aged
Terry.
out, unfortunately. They only, it's a young person's leadership training organization. Apparently, when you're turning 53, they don't.
Well, it's
allow
between
you in
21
anymore.
and 40, and so that is a great segment of our population. They do so much.
They sure do.
All year, but of course, this is their signature event to organize and run this great parade in downtown Grand Rapids. Of course, there's a lot. They are known as the Junior Chamber of Commerce and professional-minded young people, and so we're so glad to see their contributions.
And this is Danielle Proctor. She is the president of the Grand Rapids JCs. She's the JC's Grand Rapids 89th president, and she's here with her husband, William, and her kids, Zachary and Braxton. That is fantastic. Danielle's been a part of the JC since 2013, and of course, it really is a great way that she has immersed herself in the positive traditions of the JCs.
So in its 80-plus year history, in addition to the Santa Parade, members of the Grand Rapids JC spearheaded efforts to build an airport in Grand Rapids, of course, and we all can be very thankful for that. Of course, we're now seeing athletic sensations, baton twirling.
Yes.
And I know this is near and dear to your heart.
For sure. You know that.
Yeah. Didn't bring out the baton today. We're going to leave the
No.
entertaining to them. They provide baton twirling lessons to youth in Michigan. And so they not only focus on teaching children how to twirl a baton, and they encourage teamwork, poise, hand-eye coordination, as well as helping children build their self-esteem.
That's right. You know, baton twirling, Rachel, it was big when I was a kid. I was a baton twirler in high school and in college. It's now making a huge comeback. I, for one, am not terribly surprised because I love this sport and the beauty. Red and white, the colors of athletic sensations. They are going to be performing. They've got, get this, 150 to 175 baton twirlers between the ages of 4 and 16 wearing their signature colors, red and white sweatshirts, black and white sweatpants, the joy of twirling a baton.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad we have good conditions for them. In years past, it's been a little bit slippery on the route.
Yeah.
But great weather this morning to be outside. As you can see, we are dry for the moment, which is another big bonus.
Yeah.
And so we are loving that Santa and Mother Nature has delivered this gift to us in downtown Grand Rapids so we could celebrate. And so next we have an entry that is also a favorite among many, Corgis in the park. They gather each year in Riverside Park in Grand Rapids to raise money for the nonprofit Paws with a Cause by seeing just how many of these cute Corgis can be put together in one spot on a Saturday in October.
Yeah, it is nice to see them. On that Saturday, by the way, did you realize that Corgi owners from as far away as Nebraska will travel to Grand Rapids to be a part of this? They look so cute, and I just love it. You know, they're part of the video that we show all the time when we are promoting the Art Van Santa Parade, so it is really a nice treat.
It is wonderful. We've had a tradition of having dogs in the parade in the past. These ones a little bit smaller than some of the others that we've had, and so it's wonderful to see them and their owners and to see them dressed for the occasion as well.
Look at this.
Well, look at these lucky pups.
They
got to
have
actually
the right idea for sure.
get in a wagon. That's really
right.
nice.
Do you call that guy the Corgi Uber driver? Maybe?
Well, you know, in Paws for the Cause, you know, it's an organization that is based here in West Michigan, but works tirelessly for people with disabilities throughout our nation with custom-trained assistance dogs. Their programs have been featured on national news and programs. It is really amazing what they are doing in the Wayland area.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to take a very short break right now as we will continue, though, to broadcast live from the 98th Annual Santa Parade in downtown Grand Rapids. And when we come back,
Yeah, we have some familiar faces. Wood TV8 out in full force this year, coming right up after this quick break, so don't go away.
well, it's definitely been an exciting morning. Of course, we are broadcasting live here, the annual Art Band JC's Holiday Parade in downtown Grand Rapids. We are broadcasting live here inside the Media Arts Center.
Yeah, but a lot of our coworkers are actually out on the parade route, and Wood TV's really supersized its entry. Of course, you're seeing some familiar faces here, and we like to think that we've got a great work family, Terry, and so many of us have been able to meet so many others throughout West Michigan, but we have a lot of hidden talents, and we're going to put that on showcase right now. This is Teresa Weekly, Casey Jones, co-anchors of the Daybreak Show, which you work on, Terry, but they have great singing talent, so let's listen in.
It's either not on or it's not working.
Well, you know, we didn't just put our coworkers on the spot. Teresa is an accomplished musician. Casey's an accomplished karaoke
Right,
singer.
exactly.
So we thought it was a good mix.
For sure. Now we're going to check in with Jordan, who is right now along the parade route. Jordan.
Ladies, this is not a bad place to be. Okay, I'm here with some familiar faces. All right, Brian Sterling, what is it like to be here with all of the people downtown for such an amazing day?
Jordan, these are the best seats in the house. We're in a horse-drawn carriage. And this is a great turnout today, and thankfully the weather turned out. We're in a great window of weather here, and the crowds are awesome, and it's just great to be downtown and enjoying everybody. And I picked the best seat in the house because I sit next to Bill Steffen, who is Mr. Parade.
That's right, Bill standing here. All right, Bill, I know you've been here for years and years and years. You want to send a shout out to all the kids out at home watching?
What, ho, ho, ho. We're spreading some rain repellent out here so we get through the parade and staying dry. We're looking for some great weather here this coming week for Thanksgiving, so enjoy the parade and enjoy the week.
Well, we appreciate that rain repellent. Thank you so
We're
much,
doing
Bill.
our
Sue
best.
Shaw, we have Marley and Rick Album. Guys, thanks so much for joining us today. Back to you, ladies.
I think
It
that
is
they
great.
should be walking that route a little bit. We've
Yes,
got this
indeed.
great weather to enjoy, but maybe they'll get down from the sleigh at some point.
Yeah, I like that. I like how Brian Sterling was talking about how the best seat in the house is next to Bill Steffen.
Well, you know,
We'll have to
Bill-
keep track of how many people say hi, Brian, and how many people say hey, Bill.
That's great, and really, I know a lot of people have had their eyes on the weather this holiday season. We have a hugely big week coming up with a Thanksgiving holiday as well.
We sure do. You know, and a lot of times people say we really need snow to get into the holiday spirit. But, you know, when you have an event like this, part of what draws so many people is having weather conditions that are actually pretty tolerable. You don't have to worry about the snow. You don't have to worry about the ice. We get through the parade season, and then eventually we are able to get a chance to get out and decorate and do all that kind of stuff, too.
And fun. And I love the Girl Scouts of Michigan Shore to Shore. I have two daughters, and they're both part of this organization. It is such a positive group for girls in our community. It's a great way to be community-minded and to really serve others and to build character in young people. And of course, there's the cookies.
That's right, we love that. So we have a special guest joining us now in studio. This is Diane Charles. Diane, of course, with Art Van, thanks so much for everything Art Van does to really supersize this kind of event in Grand Rapids.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, it's all getting kicked off.
How old is your youngest?
6 now.
Okay,
so
so
kindergarten, they start early.
I remember because we brought your little outfit.
A little Santa
Yeah,
suit, I
right,
remember
6
that.
years. So we've been involved with the parade then 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just grown and we're so proud.
Yeah, why do you really step it up? I know you're heavily involved in the parade in Detroit as well, but really made this commitment to Grand Rapids and making this a signature event for everyone in West Michigan.
Well, I think Art Van is all about families, and what's more family focused than a parade? So it was just a natural fit for us.
It is really nice, and I know that Mr. Art Van has been here numerous times as well. It's got to make him really smile when he thinks about the impact that Art Van is able to have through the charitable giving. I mean, maybe many people may be surprised. You give away millions and millions of dollars every single year to support organizations, many of those organizations that are here in this parade today.
It is. It's something that his father instilled in him when he was a child, and so it's just it's part of his being. And even though he is no longer with the company, he's still very much focused. And in fact, I know that he's at the Father Solanus Casey beatification today at Ford.
Yeah.
So
that's wonderful.
Really
so this
important.
past week, Diane, we did something special, the official tree lighting and kickoff of Art Van Wonderland at your 28th Street store. And if folks have never been to that before, it's such an opportunity to really come out and have a very magical experience for free, we might add. But we're talking about tens of thousands of lights, a really huge effort behind that whole thing. And there's a lot to experience there, including the opportunity to meet Santa and get a picture taken.
1 million lights on the face of 28th Street.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. And then, to your point, yes, we have Santa. Again, I think Mr. Van just loved Christmas because he has 10 children and he wanted to instill it. So we have embraced Christmas.
Yeah.
And this year, we have something called Art Van Wonderland, which is a catalog of 1,000 cool gift ideas.
wow.
From $16 to $5,000.
I love that.
That is great.
It's just crazy. I mean, it can be simple as lights or a $5,000 wood foosball table.
Yeah.
So just kind of unpredictable.
for every
There's
price
some
point,
great
right?
ideas too. You know, you have even like grill sets at Art Van, and that's something that you wouldn't think of, but great little things to enhance the patio experience when it's summer out, or great things to, you know, really just enhance your home. We really appreciate everything you do and everything you offer.
Well, we want everybody to come out and see the store because it is beautiful.
It sure is. Thank you so much, Diane.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a
Yeah,
pleasure
it's
to be
great.
here.
Happy holidays.
Yes,
Counting
and
down.
thank you for the nice weather. for
Yeah,
today.
well, you know, I
She's
like to
taking
take
a lot
the
of
for
credit
it.
today.
I
like
would get
how
the blame
there's
if it was bad.
There's a 1 hour bubble.
Just how we arranged it. Thanks so much. And you know, we are looking at this guy who's trying to steal Christmas.
What? He tries
us.
to do this every year, but
he's locked
no
up.
way.
No.
Thank goodness. Again, Grand Rapids finest at its best. Of course, represented there by Silent Observer. And that is a wonderful organization, the only nonprofit in Kent County that keeps you safe every day. Silent Observer partners with the police, schools, and the community to stop, solve, and prevent crime by providing a safe and confidential way that people can share information about crime.
That's right. In fact, whoever gave the tip that led to the arrest there of Mr. Grinch probably got a nice reward. And their identity stayed silent.
Yes, and here we have Delta Sigma Theta. The Grand Rapids chapter of Delta Sigma Theta is a group of college-educated women committed to the development of the youth in our community and its members through scholarship, volunteerism, and community service.
Yeah, I love this group because they are energetic. Every year, I think the Delta Sigma Theta group
They got it going on today.
They sure do, and they provide this great energy. And I love the fact that they are reaching these girls in middle school and in high school. They've got the Delta Academy 6th through 8th graders, the Delta Gems 9th through 12th grade, and then the Grey Delta Deers senior members continuing their commitment to the community. And of course, members of the Grand Rapids Alumni Chapter serving the community for, are you ready for this? More than a half century.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it really is incredible. You think about paying it forward, giving back, and definitely inspiring and working with and mentoring that next generation of young women.
You kind of see what they're doing and you just want to like get up and join them and really rock to the beat. And so great. We have Alpha Kappa Alpha, another chapter, the Theta Chi Omega chapter here in Grand Rapids. Wonderful to see so many strong, smart women out there. The purpose of the Ivy-Lets, they have an Ivy-Lets youth program. The purpose of it is to promote, cultivate, and encourage high ethical standards in young ladies in grades kindergarten through 12th grade, you know, to aid the emotional and spiritual development as well as the educational growth of these young ladies so they can be of service to everyone.
Yeah, it is so nice. And you know, you see that it really is an important way for organizations to be able to showcase and come down, get their members together and march through the heart of the city. And you know what? We're going to take a very short break now, and when we come back, we'll be counting down to the arrival of the big man, Santa himself.
Always is a caboose on this wonderful parade.
That's
here in
for
downtown
sure.
Grand Rapids,
Yeah.
as you can see. Still plenty of time to get out here if you're watching. Come join us. There's going to be lots going on in downtown Grand Rapids.
Yeah, don't go anywhere as we will be broadcasting live throughout the rest of the parade. We're taking a quick break now.
Welcome back to the Art Band Santa Parade in downtown Grand Rapids. It's a lovely morning to be ushering in the holiday season. Of course, lots of smiles, lots of festive attitudes. We're so excited to be here today.
That's right, and now we are going to listen in to the Holton High School Marching Band, made up of mostly high school students, but get this, Rachel, a few of the super talented and advanced middle school students are also joining in the group today. They are small but mighty. They're going to be traveling to Mackinac Island this spring and the city to be involved in another parade. And now we're going to toss it down to Jordan.
Ladies, I'm standing here with Jim Green from Lax Enterprises. Jim, thank you so much for all you do in the West Michigan community. The family, the Lax family, has really been a staple here in West Michigan. Why is it so important to give back year after year?
That's one of our core principles at Lax, is to be a good community partner. The Lax family loves supporting the Grand Rapids community as well as all of our employees.
Yeah, when you think about giving back and companies that give back, you go above and beyond. Can you tell us some of the things and some of the initiatives that you and your employees do throughout the year?
Over the last 14 years, our employees have raised over $1 million and given them to very worthwhile causes like Toys for Tots, Kids Food Basket, various veterans facilities, Hope Academy, and San Juan Diego Academy.
And the list goes on and on. That's just what you do for the holiday season. So you're out here, you're walking with all of your employees. What is it like to be downtown? The energy is quite incredible, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic. Really enjoying it, and we're really having a great time. Fun to support the community and looking forward to Santa.
Yeah, so what's in the future for Lax?
We're just looking to be a good partner here in West Michigan. We've been here since 1961, and we'll be here for another 50 years.
Jim, thank you so much. It is a pleasure and an honor because you do so much for the West Michigan community. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, ladies, back to you.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Of course, we have Consumers Energy here, decorated bucket truck. We see so many of those on the street, but this one looking very festive today, pulling their float along tiny houses with, of course, an electric pole, wires, and meters, providing energy throughout the Lower Peninsula, and of course, making Michigan a very merry mitten, a great place to live.
Well, and we have to really commend the Consumers Energy crews because we know we have had quite a wild year of weather here in West Michigan, and we know they have not just traveled here around the state of Michigan, but they've also helped to travel to other places to help provide hurricane relief. Houston, Florida, you know, we were talking about the entire Gulf Coast hard hit by multiple hurricanes, and we know that those Consumers Energy crews were able to really get out and take time away from their busy families and spend weeks on end trying to really help restore power in other parts of the country.
And of course, this time of year, we are on overload. Of course, we're going to be doing those holiday lights, decorating the outside of our homes.
That's for sure.
The all-important, even just spending nights at home. You know, it's a little bit darker this time of year.
Sure
We'll hold up a little bit more. The job that they do is fantastic.
Okay,
and here we
now
have the Turkey Trot group.
I just have to say, Rachel,
Are you signed up this year?
No, I took the liberty of signing you up to do it this year.
Well, I already committed to the 5th third. This would be a nice little practice, right?
Yeah, for sure. And
that's in the spring, the other race
you just kind of have to keep these different milestones going. Exactly. So this is, you know, look at this. They are doing their best turkey walk. We just are missing the gobble, gobble, gobble. I think the Blue Cross Blue Shield. They're getting ready for the annual Grand Rapids Public Schools Turkey Trot. You know, this is an important fundraiser to help support those great athletic programs of the Grand Rapids Public Schools. Make sure that every child who wants to participate in one of those athletic programs has the chance, regardless of cost. And what a fun way to raise money.
Well, hey, if it's weather like this on Thursday, I would definitely be all in for this. This is really great. Great way to actually get moving before you fill up on all that food for your Thanksgiving meal.
If you want an extra
Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. I call it the do-nothing holiday.
Well, you can have an extra helping of stuffing and mashed potatoes if you get out and run that 5K ahead of time, right?
Oh, that is wonderful, of course. And so we see here Champion Force Athletics, also very active in moving around, a youth-oriented company that strives to offer the highest quality programs at a cost that most families can afford. Champion Force Athletics believes that by maintaining affordable cheerleading and martial arts classes, more children and families will have the opportunity to enrich their lives through recreation. Of course, we love the purple and silver.
We sure do.
They look
so
great.
bright. Yeah, they
Santa
sure
hats.
Do. Yeah, other colors of the holiday season, I think. And you know, this is nice. I know, Rachel, your girls are little, but you know, I'm an empty nester, and I see the value of getting kids involved in these programs at a young age. You know, not only do they develop the skills, cheerleading, pom-poms, martial arts, those sorts of things. It's the flexibility, and it's setting goals and strength
discipline,
training,
teamwork,
taking direction,
a lot of character building.
Absolutely. And so you see how many students are participating in this great organization. So again, Champion Force Athletics. And it's nice because not only do they have high quality programs, they bring them to families at a cost that most families can afford.
Yeah, and great, we're also seeing Karen's horse connection here. And so wonderful to see horses on the route this morning, sharing their passion for horses. They strive to help anyone of any age or ability make a connection with these beautiful, beautiful creatures. They are located on 28 acres, just 15 miles from downtown Grand Rapids.
Wow.
And they have more than 20 well-trained but gentle horses. They demonstrate equestrian vaulting, and their vaulting team has accomplished several national and international championship titles.
Yeah, that just gives you an idea of the quality that is going on there in the programming, and certainly the hard work of all of those people who are participating. How great. I love that. It's so cute. Every child says, I want a pony for Christmas. Well, these kids actually get a chance to learn all about all things related to the equestrian.
Yeah, we heard it was wonderful when Jordan was talking to those other folks that they said, I want a kitty for Christmas.
Yeah, I want a kitty.
I love this entry this year.
My.
This is Gun Lake Casino, okay? So they're committed to being an entertainment destination in West Michigan while also giving back and being an active partner within the community. And you just love how they're decked out. Of course, they've got so much going on there, 7 days a week, all year long. So much fun, great food, great entertainment.
Well, and they just had that huge expansion program this year, the big buffet. If you have not attended that yet,
it's top notch.
It's unbelievable, so good. And then of course they've got a great entertainment area, as you were mentioning, and a great place to enjoy. Maybe you're looking to take a break this holiday season, relax with some friends for a night out. Gun Lake Casino.
Yeah, and not very far from Grand Rapids where we are right now. Just head down 131 and get off there at the exit right there. Lots and lots of fun. Of course, we have the Young Marines, a youth-educated and service program for boys and girls 8 through the completion of high school.
The Young Marines is promoting the mental and moral and physical development of its members. They are a youth education and service program for boys and girls ages 8 through the completion of high school. And of course, as you were mentioning, it's all about developing strength, developing high goals for yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, character building, and leadership, all while promoting a healthy, drug-free lifestyle.
Yeah, so we are here, obviously, at our Media Arts Center inside the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Just want to remind folks again, 10-year celebration happening today at the Graham. Free admission and lots of great events happening. So come on out and join us. The fun is just getting started. We're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break.
That's right. We get a jazzed up version of Jingle Bells when we come back. And welcome back to downtown Grand Rapids. We are, of course, celebrating the beginning of the holiday season here at the annual art van JC's Santa Parade.
Yeah, lots of smiles out there. We're so excited. Lots of smiles inside our Media Arts studio here at the Grand Rapids Art Museum because we are celebrating one of the signature events of the season. We have our friends from the Grand Rapids Ballet here, Attila, or I should say Air Drosselmeyer.
Yes.
Here joining us.
Thank you, ladies, for having me.
Okay, so we're so excited because the Nutcracker kicks off on December 1st in downtown Grand Rapids at DeVos Performance Hall, and you've been really busy preparing for that.
You know, this is the first time in a very long time that we're actually performing it as early as the first weekend of December. Usually we're the second and third weekend, so yes, our schedule got tightened up a little bit to get everything done in time.
Yeah, we all love it. It's a part of the holiday tradition for us, but you've been working and rehearsing for months on end. How is it for you when you finally get to the point where you're bringing it on stage? Is it just, you're even more enthused and excited?
Yeah, you know, Nutcracker is a fantastic story. You know, it's been told a million times, and to me and to most of the dancers, it never gets old. You know, it's your favorite pair of gloves that you put on in the winter time. It's your favorite scarf. You know, once we get going in the rehearsals, everybody just has a great time, and we can't wait to present it on stage.
Yeah, and you're seeing here in this video the awesome sets. It was reimagined a few years ago, so it's such a reason to come out and see the inspiring dance choreography from Val Canaparoli, the sets from Eugene Lee, the inspiration from Chris Van Allsburg. Thank you so much. We're seeing the dates here. Excited to work with you with this year's Clara's Nutcracker Party.
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic event.
Yeah, it is. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much. And one more holiday tradition, music. So we are heading out to the marching band from Saranac High School joining us today. That is terrific. You know, I love that because, you know, the choreography, the idea that they are marching, they are staying in line, they are performing, and they are playing, and many of them are wearing gloves, red signature gloves in the spirit of the holiday season. What talented young people. We love this.
It's a wonderful morning to really come out and show your best and be able to be on display, helping the community kick off the holiday season, which we know we had a countdown. We were talking about just this week about how many weeks, how many days are left until Christmas and the New Year and other significant holidays.
Exactly. So here's a great organization. We know we've spoken to them several times on 8 West.
Sure have.
Be Nice, the Mental Health Foundation of West Michigan. We're of course talking about decreasing the stigma relating to mental health disorders, increasing and improving that quality of conversation. And the NICE, of course, is a 4-step action plan. Notice, invite, challenge, and empower. All of those are great lessons that are being taught to school kids all across West Michigan as part of the education project for the Mental Health Foundation.
Yeah, and thankfully, the mental health, depression, bully, suicide prevention has become a common conversation.
Sure is.
In schools now and in families, of course, erasing that stigma, creating a positive cultural change by simple daily actions that we can all enforce. And so the great work being
pressure on people to feel like they have to be perfect maybe, and so some of those conversations really important for people to have. So thanks so much to the team from the Mental Health Foundation of West Michigan for joining in the parade today.
Isn't this a beautiful sight? We're looking down and we're seeing some of those giant balloons and floats and people lining Monroe Avenue. This has become a signature event here in downtown Grand Rapids to kick things off, and this being such a great noticeable stretch. Adorable faces, as you can see right there.
That's for sure. Did I just see the big pickle and the big tomato. We're talking about Bob and Larry from VeggieTales, right?
Yeah, there's some fantastic.
I love that. I got to tell you,
fantastic entertainment.
You can see they're way off in the distance, and one of my favorite VeggieTales stories is the one that is about Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Santa, I just can't wait for you to come. I've got some cookies for you. And here, who do we have with the VeggieTale team? Of course, Jordan Carson's walking along the parade road.
This is a great reminder. You're seeing this stretch right here. There's so many people lining this weekend. Of course, on Thursday, we kicked off the Wine, Beer, and Food Festival at DeVos Place. And we know that thousands of people will be in Grand Rapids from all over, not just the West Michigan community, but traveling from even other states to go to the signature event. I had the opportunity to be there Thursday, yesterday, and I'm going back today because we're working so closely.
Wait a minute. How is that fair?
It's a fantastic assignment.
It sure is.
No twisting of the arm to be a part of that, but of course that goes until this evening.
Yeah, I'll be down there with my husband this afternoon, walking around, visiting a lot of those great vineyards and microbreweries here in West Michigan. And, you know, we need to get kind of that flavor of what it's like to be right along the parade route.
Yeah, so let's check in with Jordan Carson.
Team from Progressive. For 25 years, that team has been really working hard to make sure to provide quality programs, quality projects for people in West Michigan. And we really talk about the complete building services provider. They specialize in healthcare and sterile environment cleaning.
Yeah, and they have a 1950s Ford truck decorated with wreath and garland. Of course, employees and their families walking, handing out some candy too. You know,
with Bob and Larry, right?
The Bob and Larry balloon is the big highlight that we've been showing and talking about. And so, how fun. And now, Jordan has located some fun along the route. Let's check in with her.
Ladies, I'm standing here with John Beck of Progressive Building Services. John, you're out here with your team. It really does feel like the spirit of the holiday season, even though we don't have snow. What is it like to be out here?
It's a festive occasion. As you can see, there's a large participation. We've got our employees involved, some of our customers involved, and so look for our business. It's Progressive Building Services, and we've also got Modern Window Cleaning that's behind us, and they've got the superheroes with them this year, and they're known for scaling the building at the Children's Hospital and a lot of downtown buildings. You'll see them. But again, we appreciate the opportunity. It's been our 6th year of involvement, and this is a time that we're all celebrating the holidays. We have a couple that are missing from our team this year. 2 of them are home ill, and we just want to let them know that we're praying for them, Opie and Anna. And so, again, happy holidays.
We're sending happy holidays to your entire team. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here. All right, ladies, back to you.
Very, very nice.
Thanks, Jordan. And, you know, so nice. And can you imagine the joy for those kids who are in the hospital to see those folks who are cleaning the windows but dressed up like superheroes?
That's great.
How exciting.
Of course, not afraid of heights
to
do that job.
Not at all.
And a good sense of humor as well. And so we have the Kellogg'sville Rocket Marching Band using music education to foster creativity in teaching lifelong skills of teamwork, accountability, and other traits needed to be compassionate, productive, and creative.
Of course, we know they're in their signature colors here. We think of the Kellogg'sville Rockets as orange and navy. Let's listen in. We love that they've decorated their band. Even those drums are decorated with lots of ornaments.
And it looks like they're holding presents, but we assure you they are musical instruments there too. Having a lot of fun with that too. The Rocket Marching Band, part of a great program at Kellogg'sville.
That's for sure. And you know what? We are counting down to the big man's arrival in downtown Grand Rapids, so we need to take a short break.
Yeah, we'll be right back with a lot more.
back to downtown Grand Rapids. We are broadcasting live the 98th annual Santa Parade.
Yeah, and everything decked out. It's starting to look so festive down here. But of course, the weather is lagging a little bit behind this year. But we're thankful and grateful for that because we have a beautiful morning to be out here. And I know later today we might be getting things getting a little bit stickier, right, Terry?
Yeah, we're going to get colder and windier, and we may have a few snow showers later tonight into early tomorrow. And of course, that brings us to the holiday spirit, the Salvation Army hard at work collecting.
Oh yeah, and I love seeing the red kettles out there. It's such an important time of year with red kettle collections. An angel tree gift donation. They have a larger-than-life Salvation Army red kettle, and really it's a symbol of neighbors in need and a reminder that we live in such a generous community here. We love their band. It's such a great sight during the holidays, bringing holiday cheer to so many families in need.
Yeah, the brass ensemble, of course, the signature to this particular event, but we know that the Salvation Army providing disaster relief all over, serving people all over the world every single year. Those individuals, you know, we talked earlier about the hurricane relief, and we know the Salvation Army on the front lines. If you have a disaster, you have a house fire, something happens in your family, something happens in your community, the Salvation Army is there on the ground to provide relief. And so this is the time of the year we get to step up and help them raise the much needed money with the Red Kettle campaign. We're also, of course, talking about Angel Tree.
Yeah, of course, and it's wonderful. There's so many locations. If you need to find an Angel Tree location, dozens of businesses listed at woodtv.com, and you can go and bring a toy to a child. We'll be collecting in the weeks to come and really bringing the joy of the holidays to families that may otherwise not be celebrating with gifts. And so it's an awesome program that we've been able to partner with the Salvation Army with for many, many years, and a fun tradition, personally for us too, at the station.
Hey, the Grand Valley Pom Pom Squad, they were hard at work last night performing at the women's basketball game. Go Lakers, the Lakers women's basketball team, 3-0 on the season.
Connection to that
sure
team.
do. These ladies.
Terry's daughter plays on the team.
That's right. She plays basketball at Grand Valley, but it's always nice. And there's Louis the Laker. It's always a signature event, but these are talented ladies working hard.
And the Pom Pom team has been around now for 11 years. They compete at a collegiate level, came together to help continue the love for the sport of pom pom after high school, and so they are cheering to the holiday music. We're so excited to see them out there brightening the mood. And of course, in here, it's merry and bright as well, because we have Sean from PNC joining us as one of the great downtown businesses that from almost the get-go, when Art Van kind of took this over many years ago, supporting. Why really become such a part of the signature parade, Sean?
I think the parade is such a great family event, as we've all said, and it brings our families downtown, and it celebrates what's important in our community. As we see these different floats going by for the different charities, you know, this means something, and we at PNC, we're proud because we think we do a little bit to help Santa be successful every year. You know, he doesn't do this with old technology. And so we're trying to help Santa get into the 21st century with the Zelle Pay and the virtual wallet. And we're going to make sure he makes it around safely on Christmas Eve for all the kids.
Yeah, we love it, Sean, because I know that you're all about helping to empower families and businesses to take charge of their own financial picture, just so that they are healthy and financially to be able to participate every single year in the fullness of the traditions of the holidays.
That's right. Yeah. And thank you. I mean, our investment in children is something that we've been at it for 14 years now, and we've committed $350 million.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's the largest corporate philanthropy program targeted for children in the country. And it's something that we think it's making an impact. We're trying to make sure that every kid has a chance to learn. And it shouldn't be a matter of where they're born or where they live. And if we can make a difference there at PNC, we know that everyone's going to benefit.
Yeah, your zip code should definitely not dictate your opportunity for success. Not in our country.
That's right.
Well, thank you for your commitment to early childhood education and to the Santa Parade and brightening the spirit of everyone in downtown Grand Rapids.
Happy holidays.
To you too.
To you
Thanks
as well.
so much. Thanks for you and your team
Yeah,
coming out
thank you.
here. And now we have some balloons, including our very own Ellen Baca.
I love it.
Can you see that? A familiar face there?
Oh yeah, there she is. And of course, this is an awesome sight here, a little fiery in downtown Grand Rapids there. And don't you just love this. Of course, we just celebrated with the Balloon Fest south of Grand Rapids, and what a wonderful, fun way to entertain and celebrate this activity than having this great presence of this in our community.
Yeah, we should mention that Ellen and her husband actually own a hot air balloon, and they frequently pilot it all over the skies of West Michigan.
Helps to be a meteorologist.
It sure does. And if you follow Ellen on social media, she's had friends who've actually parachuted out of the basket of the balloon.
I would do that.
I would never do that. So I always say, Ellen, I'm happy to be firmly planted on the ground while you enjoy all of these great high flying experiences.
Such a great site there.
Yeah,
and
she's
so
terrific.
Fun to see all these organizations really come out and express, you know, what they do on other days, and really sharing that love and talent and getting more people involved in that as well, because those organizations do a lot of fun stuff. We know. Of course, we see Fifth Third Bank here on the parade route.
The Riverbank Run. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a countdown to that too. Of
Exactly.
course, I haven't started my training yet. I do know some folks that have.
Yes, well, that's why we have you running the turkey trot this next week to get ready. But the Fifth Third Riverbank Run, May 12th,
Put it on the
2018,
calendar.
Absolutely. And we know that there are so many opportunities, regardless of your training level. Of course, the 25K is the big signature event, but there are lots of other opportunities for people who want to do the 5K, the 10K,
oh, yeah.
maybe even do the walk.
It is a blast.
It
I
sure
do this
is.
every year. Did the 25K this year for the very first time. Of course,
You did
the
great.
race is in its 41st year. This year was a banner year because it was the 40th. So in 2018, it'll be the 41st year, and it is the largest 25K road race in the country. And you come out and you see all these like people that are established runners. You also see people that are doing it for the first time. There's such an energy in downtown Grand Rapids every May when this takes place. And there is a place for everybody. As you had mentioned, there are shorter runs, there are volunteer opportunities. It's a significant economic driver in downtown Grand Rapids. We love that.
Yeah, that's right. We also love our marching bands here, and now we are saying hello to the Eagles at Kent City High School. The Eagles, by the way, an impressive talent here, 5-time state finalists in the Michigan Competitive Band Association, last year winning the bronze medal, earning straight superior ratings the past 4 years at both district and state band festival. Of course, we've got the drill team there, we've got the gals with the flags, and we've got the talents, of course, of the musicians as well.
Yeah, so let's listen in.
Love that, you know, and it's nice to see the bands coming from all over West Michigan, from, of course, Benton Harbor to Kent City, Saranac. Nice to see the student musicians getting into the spirit of the holiday season.
And this is it. They go full force during these parades, of course. Last weekend, it was in Kalamazoo. There are a lot of fun parades happening. Of course, Holland, also a big one coming up, too. And so if you want to come out and enjoy that, we've got great weather for that. We've got lots of festive cheer.
Okay, so now we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to see some reindeer. And you know, when reindeer are nearby,
we have a sneak peek right here.
Right, that's
There you
right.
go.
Live
Here's
reindeer. We know that where there are reindeer, Santa's not terribly far behind. So don't go anywhere, as we will be right back as the live broadcast of the Art Van Santa Parade continues.
There we have it. We've got our parade route right there, and we've got another band making its way,
yeah.
I believe, from Wyoming.
Yeah, the Wyoming Wolves Marching Band, another school with our favorite signature color,
Yeah,
purple.
6th year of competition in Class A. You know, highlights from previous seasons include a first place finish at the 2017 Grand Haven Invitational, first place at the 2017 Hastings Invitational, and first division rating in the 2016 and 17 District Marching Festival. So let's listen in. Gift. And we have Danielle Proctor here, Grand Rapids JCs. Thank you so much, Danielle, for just stepping in and warming up for a second to talk to us about the great work that
Thank
the
you for having me.
JCs does. And this is exciting for you. I know you work so hard for this day.
All year. All year. We start planning in January and we continue right up through the parade and start re-prepping again in December.
You know, and I know for years and years, a lot of communities had holiday parades that started to decrease in popularity.
Right.
And the JCs, you've really been able to energize this over the last couple of years. What's been the secret?
Sponsors.
Yeah.
Sponsors give us the flow that we need to bring in the big acts and the balloons and
yeah, the balloons too. I think that really helps to add that special element of holiday festivity for the kids. So let's talk about the JCs. You're a young person's leadership organization. You give opportunities to people up to age 40.
Correct.
You have other events that you do all year long, including a big event coming up for the shopping to help kids in need.
Right. We have a holiday shopping tour that takes place at the Cascade Mire. It happens typically around the first week of December, and we bring in local groups and we take them shopping so that they can buy gifts for themselves and their family.
Yeah, that is a great event.
Such a community-minded group of individuals, the JCs. You have a run in the spring as well that is kind of exciting and something that people might want to participate in.
We have a 5K that we have not done one since the early 90s, so we're kind of bringing it back.
Nice.
And it's going to be called the JC Jig for Heroes. It's a 5K that's going to take place on April 14th in Riverside Park.
Oh, nice.
And you're going to be encouraged to dress as your local everyday hero, fireman,
wonderful.
military, nurse.
Wow, what a great concept. What a great celebration. And of course, helping people all year long who are serving us to know that we really appreciate what
Thank you.
they're doing.
So how
Thank
can
you.
people be a part of the JCs? If they're seeing this, or if they say, hey, I really have a little time, or I want to contribute, what do they need to do?
Absolutely. We have a Facebook page, and you can just find us simply by typing in Grand Rapids JCs. If you do it on a Google search, it'll pull up. We have all of our events listed on our website, grjcs.com, and just show up. Show up at any event, any meeting, and we'll get you started.
That is fantastic, and we want to just thank you for all the work that you are doing in our community. We know this is a huge effort to pull this off, and you've done it with blaring colors and lots of holiday cheer, and we're so grateful for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really has become a tradition. People, you see all these families down here, and you even have your family here.
I do.
It's got to be really special now as a young mom to
It is.
see just the excitement.
Yeah, it has become a tradition for us. Everybody chips in, and all hands on deck.
Yeah, that is
wonderful.
very, very exciting. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
And of course, we know we have so many different organizations. You know, this is terrific. We have signature events in Grand Rapids throughout the year that allows organizations to just showcase what they do. And the friends and families of those with cystic fibrosis. This is an organization also really helping to support families who often have children who are battling what is often a deadly disease. There are treatments now to prolong life, but we know that it is a journey that families face, and it's nice to have this great organization so these families know they're not alone.
Sure, yeah, and they do a lot of significant fundraisers throughout the year to really get people involved and support families in West Michigan, and so we're grateful for that hard work. A lot of organizations. Of course, we have Giving Tuesday coming up. We've got Black Friday, a lot of significant opportunities to really give back to the community. And so on 8 West, our show, we're going to be highlighting a lot of that. It's such a pleasure to be able to talk about the good things that happen in West Michigan and to see and be a part of events like this. You see so many people lining the route here, a lot of smiling faces. This is going to be a very fun day in downtown Grand Rapids. A lot going on. We had mentioned the Wine, Beer, and Food Festival taking place at DeVos Place through the end of the day. There's also a big 10-year celebration here at the Art Museum where families can come in free and enjoy the beautiful art that's in this space. And so it's exciting. If you are at home and you're watching, we are very thankful, but we'd love to see you in downtown Grand Rapids.
So this is a float. Our friends at K&M Dodge Ram, they've been in business for, get this, 42 years. They love being involved in the local community, and their annual Grand Rapids holiday tradition is the Santa Parade that the employees and their families look forward to every single year. So they're dressed for the Christmas season, they're playing festive music, and their bubble machine is always a hit. And it looks like we're going to be checking in with Jordan Carson, who's found some new friends along the parade route.
There are so many friends to find out here. I found these two young men. What's your name?
Braden McMurray.
And what school do you go to?
West Michigan Academy of Environmental Science.
Well, that was quick. Okay, what is your name?
Ken Landis.
And where do you go to school?
Godfield Elementary. No, middle school.
Middle school. Okay, so the reason I had to talk to these young men is because they've been staying warm out here by dancing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can you show me some of your dance moves? Look at that. Show me some of your dance moves.
Don't know.
They're staying warm out here by dancing. There's so much music going by. The energy is filling the air. You know, Santa Claus is here. What are you asking for?
A PS4.
Okay, no hesitation at all. How about you?
An Xbox One.
An Xbox One. Okay, I think that you're going to have an opportunity to talk to the big guy a little bit later this hour. All right, wave bye to the camera. All right, ladies, back to you.
We love that. Well, we were watching video of the Pulaski Days Queen and her court, and now we're seeing the Kent County Sheriff's Department mounted unit,
which we see all over the place.
Boy, we sure do. They enhance public safety through mounted patrols, crowd and traffic control. We've got search and rescue operations that we know. Sometimes when you're on horseback, maybe gives access.
Different vantage point.
For sure, and allows these area searchers and rescuers to just have that access to maybe more difficult terrain.
Yes, exactly. And now we're seeing the DTE balloon. And so, of course, an energy company in North America providing service to customers. I love this balloon. It's really, really cool. And we're going to head out there on foot to Jordan Carson.
Ladies, I'm standing here with Scotty Kehoe from DTE Energy. You have been a part of this parade along with all of your employees for more than 8 years. What is it like to be down here?
Well, this is the 8th consecutive year, and it's just amazing. This is the community. This is Grand Rapids, and it's very, very important for our employees to be a part of it, to really come out here and show their support and receive the support from the community.
And you're doing so much throughout the year to give back. Why is that important to the foundation?
Well, the DTE Energy Foundation does value all of their influence and impact on the community. And really, West Michigan, you know, we have 400,000 customers, 400 employees. Being a part of this community is very important to our foundation. And this is just one of the ways that we do that. The Kids Food Basket truck just drove behind us. That's another way that we've supported the local community here. And just excited to be a part of Grand Rapids.
Yeah, Scotty, you've brought some little ones with you today because this is all about family. Who's joining you?
This is my son, Reese, and this is Connor. Connor, come here, bud. This is my son, Connor, over here. So this is Reese and Connor, both of my boys here.
Yeah, so what's the best part of the holidays with the kids?
You know, it's just that family time. It's really celebrating, being with your family, being thankful. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and it's being thankful for everything we have. And family is a big part of that.
I completely agree. All right, we're going to let you go so you can go ahead and talk to Santa. Happy holidays, Scotty. All right, back to you, ladies.
So nice. I like that.
Just made a comment there about his son choosing the right colors. Of course, we're celebrating green, but he had his Michigan State Spartans shirt on as
That's
well.
right. Okay, you know, we know it's not typically the season for boats, but this one is not quite ready to give up on the season quite yet. We're going to be letting you know what is going to be making its way swimming through downtown Grand Rapids as we continue with the Art Van Santa Parade. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Art Van Santa Parade, happening right now in downtown Grand Rapids. A beautiful sight. And here we're seeing a colorful float with things that represent the city of Grand Rapids, our beloved city. And they really, really have a beautiful entry this year.
You know, isn't it nice when you kind of imagine all those iconic things that make Grand Rapids so special, and you see those are represented here. Of course, those buildings, the replicas of that, to those other really cool things.
Yeah, and don't you love that too? Of course, the Calder, such an iconic symbol of downtown Grand Rapids there, and the beautiful landscape, the high rises. I think that there's a crane on every block in downtown. It's changing a lot, and that's such a nice thing to see, this growth here. Of course, we know the medical mile has changed significantly with the addition of the MSU School of Medicine.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah,
growth
really
of
nice.
Spectrum Health there as well, and just some life-saving research happening there at the Mandel Institute and some of the significant buildings that we have. We're so fortunate to have right here in our community.
All right, so now we are going to be talking about our next marching band.
It's a favorite. It is
sure
a favorite.
You look at how many young musicians are a part of this great musical group, the Kennewa Hills Marching Knights, all dressed up. I love that. Their signature black and gold, their colors, but they're all wearing their Santa hats, and of course, even some of them have their instruments all decked out. You got the color guard there with the flags, and they're wearing their Christmas sweaters.
They are. In a little tidbit here, they have been participating in the Santa Parade for more than 35 years. You know, they've only missed the parade twice.
Wow.
And so they pride themselves on being a crowd favorite. People come to see them.
Yep.
It's such a talented group of young people here, and we're so happy to see them here once again. Let's listen in.
Yeah, we're decked out. Look at that. Some of the drums are wrapped up like Christmas presents, and they've got even little felt characters that are
I love that.
sewn onto
Really
the side
getting
of
into the
others.
spirit
It
here
is
in
really
downtown
nice.
Grand Rapids.
How exciting! We just really love this. And remember, Lake Michigan Credit Union going to be giving a $1,000 prize to that organization that marching band voted the best this year.
That is wonderful.
Judge.
And by looking at the different organizations and the schools and the bands represented, it might be a tough competition this year because there's a lot of talent out there. And so it'll be neat to kind of see what comes about in that competition, of course. And we're seeing lots of really, really great entries this year, of course. The Marching Knights being one of them, but also some great floats and balloons and just organizations representing and being a part of this parade. Of course, the call goes out, and if you have organization, a business that would like to be a part of it, JC's would love to hear from you. And so lots of stuff happening in downtown Grand Rapids today as well. This is really the kickoff of a big day downtown.
That's for sure. So many things are going on. We see our friends there, Life EMS, helping to keep us safe, serving with skill and compassion every single day of the year, 365 days of the year, 24 hours a day, no matter rain, shine, holidays, weekends, Sundays. They are there.
They're there.
We need them.
Just a call away. And then, of course, we are seeing Avalon Building Concepts. Avalon's been in business for over 17 years, and they're really getting into the holiday spirit. As you can see, that their float has been Santa approved, and it represents the song Up on a Rooftop. Very appropriate.
Yes, it sure is.
Avalon Building Concepts works with doing many home improvements, and roofs being the main thing that they specialize in. And they thought this was kind of the perfect concept and theme for what they do all year long.
That's right. I know we've had the opportunity to talk to Rick and his entire team, and they do a great job all the time. And speaking of doing a great job and really being relentless in their determination to help people become their very best, our friends at Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital, they also have been a signature in our healthcare community.
Yeah, and they have elves out. They have a couple of their therapy dogs, so crucial to recovery and rehabilitation. They're handing out goodies, and they really give back to the West Michigan community because Mary Free Bed loves the Santa Parade, and they are such a significant hospital that we have here. Again, people traveling from other parts of our country to receive treatment in this great rehabilitation hospital that's located in Grand Rapids.
Well, and I know that they have a team of medical specialists, and so if you are injured, you have some kind of an accident, you're in another hospital and you need to be transferred to someplace for those rehabilitation physical therapy services, their medical team will come where you are, do the evaluation, put a plan together to transfer you into Mary Free Bed, whether you need months and months of inpatient rehab or whether perhaps you're in need of some outpatient physical therapy. Mary Free Bed definitely doing a great job.
And don't you love their Ask Mary campaign?
I love that,
You've seen the billboards all over town, great ads on TV, sharing the message about what they do. And so we're going to move on because this is a showstopper entry, the Grand Show Skiers here in downtown Grand Rapids. Of course, it may seem to be a little out of season for this entry, but they are at this all the time. So, of course, when they're not out on the water, they are often practicing to be. They bring entertainment and a love of show skiing to people of all ages in the Great Lakes region. They are wearing their black pants, their jeans a little bit, trading up from those swimsuits. It's a little too chilly for that this morning, Terry.
I know your girls love to come to the parade. Our Coco and Colin saying, Mom, I want to do that. That's my dream in life, to be the top of the pyramid.
I love this reminder of summer, but you look at this here, doesn't that look like a tree?
It sort of does, yeah.
They do this all the time, but it's kind of appropriate
really cool.
that they are in this formation at the Santa Parade. And of course, smiles on, talking about what they do, and it's so exciting to see them. Of course, we often see this group on Reed's Lake or over at the Coast Guard Festival. They are all over the place during the summer and spring and even fall season. And so really neat to kind of see the talents of these men and women.
Yeah, the strength and the balance and the flexibility that it takes to do that. And we always love that. And some of these entries in the parade, they become like part of holiday traditions for ourselves. We look forward to seeing them each and every year. Oh, and look
We
at this,
do.
Rachel.
And this is another tradition we count on because, of course, the reindeer and these folks are actually from a farm in Clare where they train reindeer for holidays and special events like this. Of course, a 3-year-old and Yeti, 7-month-old. You know, they go to places like John Ball Zoo, Meyer Gardens. They also are all over West Michigan. Businesses, schools, libraries, even private homes.
Yeah, they've been around for 26 years, and so nice to know that the reindeer are being raised so that when Santa needs them, maybe he's taking his pick from right here in West Michigan.
There's a lot of traveling that takes place over the holiday season too, so it's really great to see Rooftop Landing Reindeer Farm from Clare represented, and of course such a unique opportunity to see these beautiful animals, especially for a lot of the kids and the adults, let's face it, on the parade route. And of course we are so excited. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, the big guy in red. Oh,
Merry Christmas.
The reminder
to be
reminder
good.
right there. I know we say you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
Santa
Claus is coming to town. That's for
and
sure.
He's here in downtown Grand Rapids. How exciting to see this. This, of course, always kind of the view that we can kind of see when the parade ends. And look at Santa himself. He's looking in good spirits. He's not too tired yet.
Oh, yeah. He's excited. He's waving. He's looks like he's taking notes and trying to figure out exactly who's been good and who needs to get certain things. We do want to remind you of some other holiday happenings going on across West Michigan. We've got the Kalamazoo tree lighting that's going on Friday, November 24th. That's in Bronson Park. We have the Holland Parade of Lights, November 28th from 6:30 to 7:30 on 8th Street in downtown, and downtown Grand Rapids also.
Yeah, we're excited here because in this same spot where we are right now, December 1st, right up downtown is going to be happening, Rosa Park Circle. You are welcome to come down. And today, the Art Museum where we are right now at our Media Arts Center celebrating 10 years. So enjoy free admission to the museum, birthday cake, refreshments, art-making activities. So glad to be with you this morning.
Have a blessed holiday season.
Merry Christmas.